Hi everybody, happy May. It's our first poem of the day for May. I was really kind of inspired by, as you know, by Mr. Richardson's reading poems about poems. And that was just that's really been on my mind over the past couple days. Obviously, yesterday the Wagoner poem, and then today I'm reading a poem about poems again. So it's kind of cool that after 6 weeks, obviously we barely scratched the surface of reading poems, but after 6 weeks, I'm still both discovering new poems and revisiting very old poems in my life and things like that. So it's kind of neat, and I'm still having fun. This is a longer poem, so I guess I'm just going to kind of jump in and read it and let you guys do with it what you will. So this is a poem called May, fittingly, by Geoffrey G. O'Brien. So here we go. 1st of May, a poem called May. This is a love poem. It has no business. It happens in that anyway world where the bodies are by now decided to get all the way up, accompanied by changes in temperature and light, welcome and unwelcome both. Lie down, get up, go prone again, get nowhere in time. I won't reduce to a single preposition a relation to the one person about it, like grass, who has a pronoun, a name, 3 or 4 even, which globe without containing her experience, of which I chase awareness till her letters are with one exception all over this deepening sheet, name-blind blue of a cloudless day. Unconcerned with property disputes, the poem gradually permits itself to figure grass, the blue of the sky, because we see those first kinds of immense quiet as sleepers while walking the dog in the hills, and store them for future use as simile and metaphor, each ancient and suspiciously free of present disaster. But today, royally is blue and cloudless. This blue, this unironic absence of clouds over green that makes you temporarily more intelligent, makes time harder to track until it seems it's always been only this pleasure somewhere between hours in the form of, excuse me, I can't read my own handwriting. Only this pleasure somewhere between hours in the form of a bell melting mid-ring. The poem's now broken one of its rules in order to keep ringing. Because I want to be smarter than true, it continues to disobey the trace of my injuries, remembering home is not a place one at all leaves or gets to, but supremely anonymous relations with rhythm, a fragrance where skin meets time on which no pronouns fall, here in the presence of not lasting, but repeatable, and each of the instances claimed for the series belonging with the ones that came before it, the others still to come, but not in doubt. Yesterday moving on top of tomorrow. If blue were an all-day affair, work didn't tear us apart but held as shape and song, the anonymous one playing on repeat, referencing nothing but the very red distraction I attend to where bed turns each afternoon away along the swayed sound of good decay. There's still plenty of time to invent. None of it spent in advance, then, in intuition of every day to come, the flowers lasting for more than a week, blue growing down to grass. It would be like this. I apologize for not being able to read a bell there. I apologize also when I had read the poem and when I rewrote the poem and I kind of heard, I must have been a little distracted. Maybe it was the length of copying the poem down and rewriting it. I was a little distracted by something. I don't know. And I didn't, even though I practiced it, which probably wasn't super evident in this particular reading. The music of the poem, there's so much churning through this particular poem, which has just been, kind of haunting in a way. And so it's really kind of interesting to see and hear it. You know, the color and the, you know, the tightly wrapped metaphors and you know, imagery of growing, and like what a blue sky and green grass and home means. I don't know. I know it's just another day in many ways, but the turning of the calendar, I think, feels more significant than maybe it usually does. I don't know. Maybe I'm inventing that in my head. But in any event, there's something really cool and powerful and haunting about that poem that I was happy to share with you. So, happy May. Got a nice looking weekend coming up, it sounds like. Be sure to take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, be good to yourself and everyone around you. Reach out to someone you haven't talked to recently if you've got the time and the emotional space to do that. And we will see you over the weekend with some more poems of the day. All right, take care of yourselves and see you tomorrow.